Korea is a small country, thousands of miles away. But what is happening there is important to every American. On Sunday, June 25th, Communist forces attacked the Republic of Korea. Free nations must be on their guard, more than ever before, against this kind of sneak attack.
In December of 1952, a 20-year-old Laredo native received word that he is one of thousands drafted into the U.S. Army. His name is Arnoldo Gutierrez. After serving 2 years in the Korean War, he found his way back to his hometown of Laredo, Texas. Here he tells us of the day it all began.
I was living in San Antonio because I was working right across the street from my wife's dormitory, where she was in Santa Rosa Hospital. And then my kid sister was here and she sent me the letter. And the letter read that we'd never forget, anybody that was drafted, we never forget this. Greetings from the President of the United States. You have just been drafted. From there, you don't belong to your family. Forget about your family. You belong to the United States government, to the Army. We were shipped to Taegu. That was headquarters. And that, after the Sigmund started releasing prisoners, we were shipped to the front lines. What goes on war is ugly. It's not easy. When you see so many children without hands, without feet, with a piece of stick holding on. The cold was so hard that the temperature was up to 40, 45 degrees below zero. Some of the children would be by the railroad station, we used to call it RTO, covered with newspaper, and in the morning they were frozen. You would see so much there that you forget about the war. You start thinking that you don't want that to happen here in the United States. That's an impression that you will never forget. That is war. War is not killing each other. War is what's left after the war.
As the communists retreated, the UN forces swept north to the Yalu River, separating North Korea from Chinese Manchuria. General MacArthur announced to the world that the war was very shortly coming to an end. Finally, in July of 1953, after Eisenhower threatened to use atomic weapons in North Korea, an armistice was signed, and the survivors came home.
We were retreating. That's what we're doing. We're moving on. After the war, I stayed there. I stayed there because I wanted to stay with my buddies. Those were my family. I came back. I'm very fortunate because, like I told you at the beginning, I believe in God. He's rewarding me for what we did. And I remember my buddies there. Every day, my wife tells me, what are you doing? I sit here, I do smoke a cigar to relieve my stress. I don't inhale, but I smoke a cigar. But I say 1 or 2 rosaries a day. What else? What more gift can I get? I don't know. But God has been good to me and my family. I just have faith. God is beautiful. Believe in Him. Live by the rules. In the army, you live by the rules. It doesn't hurt to live by the rules in life. Right?
After listening to Mr. Gutierrez speak for nearly 40 minutes of his experience during the Korean War, I learned that a soldier's story brings mixed emotions and reactions. I also realized how fortunate we are to have had men such as Mr. Gutierrez fight so bravely and with such pride for our country.